Hey y'all! So last time I was talking to you guys was like maybe December. I was still pregnant, still up in Sydney, and pretty mentally fucked at the time. Honestly, there was a lot going on. Not long after that, because of my mental stability, I decided to go home, back to my hometown, and come home to the kids and partner because I needed it. It was just before Christmas too, so we got to have a bit of time with my partner's family. I'm still fighting with mine, so I we made it to 32 weeks without any problems. 33 maybe in a few days without many problems. And then I did go to hospital at around 33, 34 weeks with a bleed, but it was just the blood clot easily bleeding. Baby was still fine. I did end up still having him early at 35 and 5. So, and my God, my labor was very painful and only happened in true labor was only like an hour. He was born on the 14th of February, 2022. 2 weeks of my birthday, and on Valentine's Day, so we had a great present for it. Obviously, he was still premature. Born 5 pound 2. He had a bit of jaundice, had a little bit of difficulty breathing at first, but now doing pretty well. Like, he was in the special care unit for a week and a half, or nearly 2 weeks, one of them. Week and a half, yeah. And he honestly, he did everything very quickly. Took his own tube out, his phone feeding tube. He was annoyed with it and just took it out. I ended up having to stay in the special care nursery for the night before he came home to get him to feed or just to get used to me, which we found a little bit funny, but because I've had 2 other kids. But yeah, it was good to do that. We got told the next day, I got told the next day I was taking him home. And then a couple of days later I had my own birthday party. And since him being home, it's been obviously very stressful. It was way more stressful though having him in hospital while the 2 girls are at home and my partner's at home most of the time, because if there was no one to take care of the girls, then obviously he had to stay. So it was a little bit hard. Still really hard having him home because of the fact that, obviously adjusting to a third baby, he's until the 16th in 2 days, which was his 16th of March was his due date. Until then, and until his 6 weeks injection and checkup, you guys still got to be really careful. He's still a preemie. He's doing very well though. He feeds a lot, and honestly, all the important people that's needed to me to him have. Everyone's pretty good. We're still obviously settling into having a third kid. That's also a boy. That's a shock for me because I've only had 2 girls. Every time changing his nappy, I'm always like, oh god. But it's also a really special experience. I'm loving having a son. He's a little cutie, Marcellus Medici Whytcross. I know, it's a very different name. My partner's got quite a bit of heritage to go from, so Italian, I can't remember all the other ones. We have a Delilah, a Katia, and a Marcellus now. And with all the good baby things that's going on, you still get really bad postnatal depression. This time for me, my body's going back to normal really quickly. I'm even working out, feeling better about myself in that way, but mentally I'm a little bit slacking at the moment. Normally I already have pretty bad depression that kind of comes with the lows of bipolar. Little milk junk baby. But, every day you do a little bit of something that makes you feel good. You look at your babies, even if they are stressing you out, like my girls at the moment. One is turning 4 in May, and the other is turning 2 in August. So we've got our hands full. I am trying to get them into daycare. I'm also trying to get a job, so I'm going to have my plate full all year. And having a newborn, well, that just shakes everything up. I just don't feel like there's any time for myself. I don't feel like there's any time for everything bad that happened during my pregnancy. Like, you don't just get over everything. I'm obviously still upset about fighting with my nan, which was my mother figure since I was a little kid. Obviously, with my mum and my little brother passing away when I was 6. But we're trying to move forward with our lives. We're not at a point where... Well, I'm not at a point where I want to give up or anything. I have my days. Every single day I have thoughts and doubts about everything that's going on, about whether I'm a good mother, about whether I'm a good person, whether my mental illnesses make me a weird person. Like, I know that I have the thing where I talk a lot, I stutter, I mix up words a lot. I get nervous after that, even when I speak to people that I live with or to people that I love and care about, and know that they don't care what the hell I do. Even if, especially if it's a quirk of mine. But you can't help, especially I don't know, you just can't help but feel shit sometimes because you just embarrass yourself, you're not in a good mood in that day, or it just, depression, anxiety, anything can just grab you at weird times and make you feel like crap. And not making it any less about the people with postnatal depression, like mothers, you feel, even fathers, you feel, especially for fathers in this part, where the mothers are always doing things, and as much as obviously you get stroppy with feeling like you're the only person doing things, your partner's also stressing because he feels like he's not doing enough, so he does other things to get his attention away from feeling like they're not doing enough. It's a whole communication game, and I don't know whether people think, or whether my partner or whatever think that I'm complaining about not sleeping because they slept or anything, but honestly, I'm not. I just didn't fucking sleep. I've been up all night with a baby, and I'm going to let you know how I feel. That's just how I work. And telling people what's on my mind is the way that I know. And sometimes it does sound bitchy, sometimes it does sound like apparently a guilt trip, but I don't mean it that way. That's sometimes I get angry, but I'd rather cry it out because I find acts of aggression harder to interpret. Obviously being emotional and that's the way you're letting it out, but people these days especially find aggression as something, as a red flag all the stupid time. If a girl is an angry person all the time, oh, she's a psycho cunt. I've been called that many times. So I started learning to sometimes obviously the adrenaline's too much, but I started learning from a young age to cry it out, but then I started getting called a wimp, so I don't even know where I was going with that part, but yeah, I don't know, we're settling in pretty well with our new baby and trying to, I don't know, get life together. At the moment, neither one of us have a job, but I'm trying to get one. You know, I want to be the working person at this point. I haven't worked in quite a long time. Hopefully I get a job soon. Just being the one earning money would be great. I'm trying to feel body positive of myself and happy with the way I look. Got a white bit to go, but I'm getting there. Concentrating on being a mother, no drama, because, you know, we mums, parents, and kids of us don't need to deal with that stupid petty crap of, oh, we're not friends anymore, we should be unfriended on Facebook and crap. I'm barely on that stuff anymore. I messaged a couple people, I put up a couple statuses. I've unfriended people that I've known for years over the last few years because drama is just what they love, and it's bullshit. Anyway, this is my update from not being on for 3 months maybe. Hopefully people like it. Ask me questions about my baby, ask me questions about my other kids, ask me questions about my relationship, ask me about mental illnesses. Like, this was what I did put it up here for when I was in hospital. I put it up for letting people know that what I was feeling and wanting to know sorry, I stutter a lot. Wanting to know how other people feel with bipolar or any other mental illness. That's why I did start it, because it's hard to deal with. But honestly, a vlog's for anything, so that's about anything in my life. I don't know whether I'll be able to answer all the questions. I haven't been a vlogger or YouTuber for very long. But yeah, talk it up.